doesn't want it over there.
He's got his Vietnamese drug clothes on.
So the requirement for the CEO is that he shouldn't be having a company that is in the
No,
same
I mean,
business.
not in the same business that you're in, otherwise it's a direct conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the best of times, even if you weren't in Vietnam, and the guy's a straight up religious guy that, is a priest or some shit, it's still a conflict, let alone in the part of the world that you're from. There's no straight up guys there. You told me yourself. There isn't any. What are you laughing about, Punjab? There's no straight up Punjabs either. Your ancestors are rolling in their fucking graves. It's shame. Okay, before I start, any questions? We had 2 or 3 of you had some interesting, we're going to talk about them, but had some interesting bents on the deals. It's obvious from the kinds of questions you're asking each other that you're drilling down more. Drilling down meaning going deeper. You're asking a different level of questions. But to do the QLA model, you don't have to do that. Because if you go the level that we're going, or that level, forget that level, but even the level that we're going, it'll take you too long to go through deals. But I want you to understand the foundations of the deals. Because then when you find a deal that you've screened, you've looked at 100 deals, and you looked at 100 deals that came before your desk. You looked at 10 of them semi-serious. Okay? And there's 2 of them that you're actually going to move forward on, not due diligence from your board, you're going to look at more. And now, well, what about this, what about this, what about this? Okay, and then let's say both of them pass your smell test. Then you bring in your CFO, if that's the person, or your CEO, or your chairman, or all 3. What do you think? And then when it passes that sniff test, then you're industry expert. Because you don't bother everybody for every fucking deal. Otherwise, you're going to be running out of board members quickly because they're going to get tired. Oh, this is another, what's the word that they used to use? This is like crying wolf too many times, And so, but then once the industry expert has not opined, but it looks pretty good. We got to take a further look. The CEO, the CFO, etc. The numbers stack up. The industry, then it's to the next level. It's still not bringing in your accountants. It's still not bringing in your lawyer. This, now this is assuming you've already got information. You've gotten data. Not you took them to lunch and you took them to dinner and all you did was jerked off. I mean, nothing happened. And now you're tomorrow, I think it is, we're going to listen to one of the guys who, he just cuts to the chase. Now, after 5 months of being polite, now he just cuts to the fucking chase. And guess what? He's done 3 deals in 1 month. Wow. So he's gone from polite. I always skip that section myself, but I never had that section. To now, he just, how many employees do you have? What's your reason for selling? If it doesn't sound motivated enough, next. He doesn't even ask him if they're motivated. If it doesn't sound motivated enough, next. In other words, if he's not in 4th stage of cancer, next. That's an exaggeration. Maybe only 3rd stage. A lot of people don't even know what 3rd, 4th stage cancer means, but anyway. And then, of course, we've got Josh, bring your tax returns to not Coffee Dan's, Starbucks. Coffee Dan's used to be a place. I don't know if they still have them. Okay, there used to be a place. There used to be a place called Hamburger Hamlet.
Yeah.
Okay, they still got those?
Yeah.
It used to be when you were a young investment banker and you couldn't afford to go to the Pierre or 21 or whatever kind of place, you'd meet them for a drink at Hamburger Hamlet. It was an upmarket. It wasn't a hamburger place, but it was called Hamburger Hamlet. Mm-hmm. And you go there. They're still around. Yeah. And but bring your tax returns. Oh, I beg your pardon? You haven't even kissed me yet. Bring your tax returns. And I already told you, if they don't want to bring, I'm sorry, I'm a busy guy. We have access to a lot of fucking money. And we're buying a lot of fucking companies, Jack. Or Jill. Now, you won't say it that way. And it'll take you 2 extra meetings. But if you did say it that way, bend over, sweetheart. My place or yours. Just imagine when you were young and single and frolicking. Is that still the term? Young and single and frolicking. To all the Vestal virgins. Is that still Vestal? No, you don't know what that means? Vestal. Virgin, you understand? With the little flower in their ear. Don't they still have chicks like that anymore? No?
I don't know that.
You don't know them? Well, in Poland, they don't have any. Because I just came from there. They don't have, but you bring your tax returns. Because the key to the model, or one of the keys, is to shrink the time frame from the time that you're exposed to their name on LinkedIn or whatever, till you find out whether you want to find out if they're motivated and if they got numbers at the same time, hopefully. And then if they don't, you move on to the next one. And you've been taught to build relationships. Not. He who has the gold makes the golden rule. They will follow you. They will seek you out. And then when you get a reputation of having, not endless amounts of money, but a lot of capital to invest, some of you in this room have already been chased down by people because they know that you're in the hunt. And then that's when it's, then it becomes even infinitely easier because they're coming to you and you're sitting at meetings. And the most fun is when you have a big hotel, you rent the biggest boardroom, and you have a foyer with 15, 20 company CEOs, founders sitting in the other room. And you're bringing in like fucking sheep, one at a time. And they all know each other. I wonder what Bill's doing here. I thought he was in the acquisition mode. But I didn't know Bill was a seller. And then it becomes a thing of beauty. Then you're playing a fucking Stradivarius. And it's like taking candy from a baby. I'll get a bunch of death threats over that, but it's better. They rather take candy from a baby than shoot fish in a barrel. When I say it's like shooting fish in a barrel, all the what do you call it get on my back.
Snowflakes?
Huh? No, the people that the people.
Animal rights.
Animal rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but taking candy from a baby is okay. Because they shouldn't be having candy anyway, Mr. P. Can you believe that people talk like that?
Yep.
You need to swallow a revolver, metaphorically speaking. Okay, now, how many, I just want to get how many, I'm just going to go one by one because I want to get a feel for this so I can plan out the Harvard cases. Okay, how many cases have you not presented?
4.
1. No, that's not true.
7?
Our group has 3 men for them.
But don't just speak for yourself.
Oh, I think about the group.
Bill, you're always sticking your cock in the custard. God damn it. Okay.
1.
0. 1.
0. 2.
1.
You only got one fiddler?
What do you mean?
I
got one to present. One more.
Only one?
I can do more if you want, Mr. P.
If I were a poor man.
1.
2.
2.
Okay. Okay, we got plenty still. The some of the people want to know why we don't sit and go through case one from the beginning to the end to the we actually closed the deal 2 hardcores ago or 1 hardcore ago, and that was a bad precedent because we actually closed it on TV, YouTube. So, but we're not doing that this time. So, but they want me. I get emails. Say, can you just come out to Cleveland, and I'll meet you at the airport, and I'll take and would you just walk me through? Just hold my hand from the bank into the literally. Now, nobody, when they say come to Cleveland, they don't say we'll pay for your first class ticket for you and your wife. They don't say that. They don't say I don't know what the best hotel in Cleveland is. But I mean, they don't say that. They say they'll meet me at the airport. And then if you just hold my hand through the deal.
The mentees or the YouTubers?
No, what's it? Both. Both. I mean, the YouTubers want, And now QLA for Dummies isn't enough.
It's not low level enough?
No, it's not because hold my hand. What do I do when the owner says he changed his mind? Well, I get up, say next, fuck you, and I'd leave. But no, because they got 7 weeks, 7 months invested in it. It's like your bad marriages, your bad relationships. The fucking you're getting is better than the fucking you may not get the next time around. So you just get up and leave. I had a guy, the Bulgarian brute, Teddy. They came to his office. He couldn't spell office 2 years ago because he couldn't speak English. Okay, they came to his office, and as he's looking across the Thames, this is a guy that cleans garbage cans. Thames, and he's sitting. He didn't know what Perrier water was. He didn't know water had bubbles. Didn't know. And so he reads him what he's willing to do, and the guys play hardball, and he gets up from his desk, he goes, opens the door, and he says, "Thank you for stopping by." And they looked shocked at him. I wasn't there. They looked shocked. Shocking, actually. This guy who can't even speak fucking English, and these are 2 proper Englishmen. If there's such a thing as a proper Englishman, why I'm looking at you, I don't know, but you're the closest we got in this room. And but he said, yeah, and he says it felt good when they got up and left. Of course it feels good. It even feels better if you smack them. Yeah, it feels much better. Yeah, there's a sense of relief, believe me, but I don't do that. I never did it. Allegedly, I used to do that kind of shit, but not, certainly not an old man like I am now. But, and he said that, I don't know if they call back or not, but because time is money, guys. Time is precious to you. Graham's not getting any younger. And he's already been successful. If you can't make it in property, you might as well kill yourself. He's a glowing example of a property magnate, I should say, a property magnate. I mean, but if you can't, I've been saying this for 45 fucking years. If you cannot make it in property, you ought to commit suicide. Because, and if your lovely wife were here, she'd point and say, you're right. But, timing, and I want you to, time's precious. Now here we're going to go through a lot more detail than I want you to go through when you're out there. And the challenge you're going to have is your boards. Because they're conventional wisdom guys and gals, and they're going to want to go, in more detail than you need to be. Before you sign the papers, before you cross the T's and dot the I, somebody's got to do the detail. I'm not discounting that. But when, when you get, using a vulgar metaphor, when you get them into bed, you don't know if they're going to be a good fucker or a bad fucker until you fuck them, right? Mm-hmm. That's it. You don't know. You don't know what you don't know. But afterwards, you know, right? Jason is sitting there, flexing his pretend muscles, and I heard you were in the gym. I heard that. You weren't in there, Mr. Spartan Man.
I was there this morning.
You were?
I was skating. Sally turned the lights off on me. She couldn't see me. She's like,
Which gym were you in? Which gym?
The big one.
The big one. Okay. Okay. She turned the lights off on you.
Yeah, I was stretching and she came in. And
Oh.
I turned them back on.
See, at your age, you probably don't have to stretch too much, but at his age, he's got to stretch. And at my age, I got to really stretch. I mean, I got to, because I walk around like this. So you scared him. Oh, I bet you that was a thing of beauty. I wish I could have seen that. But time, and tonight when you see the movie, and again, so far all the comments are good, which is scary in itself. So I mean, but Brian did do a good job. He did a good job. Good job. But again, it's the story of everybody basically. And to be the most successful and still be moral, honest, and ethical, you got to come to the dark side. Not in the dark side, but you got to come towards the dark side, is basically what the movie says. That's what it says. You got to come towards the dark side. And as that statue of Darth Vader choking that mentee, that's me choking a mentee, which was given to me one of my star mentees. I mean, you got to come towards the dark side. Not be Darth Vader, but you got to come towards Darth Vader. You know, a couple of you think that you're already at that end of the continuum, but you got to be at that end of the continuum, because what we're doing in a professional, legal, moral, ethical way, we're taking advantage of the weaknesses in the system and in the individuals. Now, the flip side of that, the rose side of that, instead of saying take advantage of, she would say we're helping them find their own reality. We're helping, if that gets you off, fine. But my reality is different. My reality is different. And because we're going to salami the purchase price and they're going to pay less taxes because they receive the money over time. I mean, you can paint this picture or this dog any way you want. But as Sarah Palin said in her infinite wisdom, you can put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig. Yes, sir.
What, can you explain what you mean by
lipstick on it? Well, you're dark side.
the dark side?
Now, I speak in Vietnam just like this. Show no respect to the people. I show no respect. They show respect to me. You're too young. You can't get away with that yet. Because you're too young. Yet. Okay, excuse me.
What do you mean by dark side? When you...
So I got the police then.
Okay. No. You don't want to be a pleaser. Like Bill's a pleaser. No. Now, ask the question again. Make sure everybody understands.
So you said you're coming towards the dark side, not going over. What does that? What does that mean in the way you're saying that?
Okay.
Just an example.
I'll give you just two personalities in this room.
Like it?
Okay, no, two personalities in this room. The guy sitting on your right thinks that he's on the dark side. He's not. But in his little world, he is. Okay? You're not on the dark side. We both know that. You don't purport to be on the dark side. You don't even want to be on the dark side. You don't even want to walk on that side of the street. You don't want to walk in the fucking shade. You got all kind of reasons why, which are all bullshit. And starting with, you know where it starts, okay? Well, it starts with the church. Then it moves whatever way it moves away from the church through your parents, etc., etc. I mean, fair but firm. There's only one or two or three of you in this room that know how to be firm. Just by the way you describe the deal so far. There's nobody, candidly, he's the only one that sounds quasi-firm. Quasi. Okay, YouTubers, tell you later. But you want to be fair but firm.